Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Beautiful sounds from the very morning. I wanted to talk to you about something important, okay? It's to do with bombardment that we are exposed to on a daily basis that is both internal and external with frequency that is not coherent, okay? And not natural to our beings. When we are born, we all know, apart from the moment when we are born, which is not really comfortable and it is a little painful, and then a lot of people then obviously experience trauma due to this. What? Who wouldn't? Then, apart from that, when we're little babies and we are cared for and nourished for a proper way, we feel safe, we feel trusting, we feel want to expand, we want to be expansive, we feel expansive, we feel progressive, right? Healthy and content with what is and absolutely accepting what is, right? So that's why children, when they're little, right, they walk around and all they do is want to explore because they just know that there is no real danger out there. Yes, some things are pleasant and unpleasant and they do experience both, but they don't judge these things, right? Therefore, they are not allowing themselves to sort of stop themselves from doing stuff just because it feels scary or whatever. I mean, some obviously do, but it depends on the situation. But I observed my daughter when she was little. I observe her all the time, and I learn a lot from her. And then once I remember the moment when she was little. She must have been like 2 or 3 or 4 years old, like really little, and she came up too close to the cliff, right? Obviously I was around, so I knew she's not going to fall, but it was quite high and there was no real protection apart from one barrier. Okay, it must have been a matlock or something nice like that, so we could see the whole city at the bottom, but we were at the top. And she came up close enough, right? About, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 yards. And then she was like, oh, I'm scared, right? And then despite that fear, she started doing, what she started doing was, she stopped for a little because she was scared. And then she started taking little steps because she wanted to know how far she can go. She still wanted to explore and see what's there, right? So the fear didn't stop her from experiencing what she wanted to experience because she knew that there's going to be a feeling that was stronger than her, that was stronger than her fear, right? And this is exactly how we are when we are small, and we should be like this all the time. But when we are bombarded with things like, oh my God, no, you can't do this, you're not allowed to do this, you're gonna die, you're gonna be ill, this is gonna give you cancer, everybody's gonna die, there is a virus going on, and oh my God, we all gonna die, right? Because there are wars all over the place, right? And on top of it, we have like a horde of Netflixes, or I'm not looking Netflix because I'm watching it myself, but all the things that we can and we sometimes select that keep you in constant fear and tension because you watching all the people's guts out on the screen, which gives you cringes. Then these emotions that you're going to be unaware of, because at the time of doing this activity, well, it's hardly an activity watching TV, but it is in a way because you are active in a way. Your attention is out there. You don't pay attention what's going on within your body, right? And your physical body is going to give you symptom after symptom after symptom until you understand that what you're doing to it is poisoning it with the incoherent energy, right? This sound is harmonious and coherent, right? And it feels amazing when it's around your body, okay? It makes you want to go, because your body loves it, right? But what your body doesn't love is just to be in a constant state of fear and tension and anxiety, right? But we're doing it to ourselves with everyday choices. And I cannot stress enough how this is inconvenient for your physical body. And if you are true to health and you want to stay true to yourself, can you please be aware of that fact, that even despite the fact that everybody else is doing this, and this is regarded as normal, and people feel like, oh yeah, it's all right, it's just a horror, it's just like, oh, it's only like, it's just a story, I know it's a catch up, right? You don't know what you are going through on emotional level. You don't know what energy you're exchanging yourself with, right? Because ultimately, when you have a look at everything from an energy perspective, every single thing is energy exchange, right? Every conversation, every thought you have, every emotion you experience, everything is energy exchange. Everything you decide upon every single day, it's energy exchange, and energy is the only thing that is that I would call currency, right? Because that's the only thing you can exchange it for something, right? That's the only thing you have to exchange for something that you actually hold full power of over. You and your energy belongs to you, right? And it's up to you whether you're going to respond to shit that is out there or you're going to ignore it, right? Or you're going to reply to that person or you're going to ignore them. Or you're going to reply to this, or you're going to have a client like this, or you ignore them. Or you're going to talk to your kid just now when they just keep on pushing you despite the fact that you said that you need a minute, or you're going to ignore them. And that is your energy, and you can use it wisely the way you want, right? And you also can make sure to expose yourself to energies that are frequent. That frequency of those energies is coherent, right? And it's healthy and trusting, because this is exactly what it is. This one is Fork 528 hertz, right? It also seems to be called a DNA repair frequency. Whether it does or not, I can only imagine that it does improve DNA because of its nature. Because you do want to go when you're around this fork, when you just treat your body with it, and it's a beautiful sound as well to have around you all the time. You're clearing the space with it, right? And you are restoring your energetic space, and you're putting it back into a balanced state. So these are the forks that I'm using in my studio, on my sound therapy, and they are really good. They work really well on me, because I noticed an improvement, an increase in energy myself since I started exposing myself not only to the forks but also to singing bowls, which I also have and I treat my clients with. So if you're interested, then book your treatment with me on www.dreamkasha.com. The info@dreamkasha.com email you can book on. There is my telephone number there as well. It's perfect for people who want to restore their sense of ease, right? People who are in a state of disease, which ultimately leads to disease, and they understand that they hold themselves accountable for their own health. They understand that they're responsible for their health, and they understand that when they expose themselves to high frequencies, to coherent frequencies, they are going to benefit from restoration, from regeneration, from renewal, right, of cells, and quicker repair. Okay, so that is what it is. That's what I wanted to say. It was important to let you know that everything holds vibration. Everything emits those little vibes that hold frequency. And if you watch something that is nice and uplifting and happy and funny, then you are obviously going to hold such vibration yourself, hold such frequency. Okay, your body is going to start shaking everything because you're laughing, and you are going to have the nice and bubbly feeling in your stomach. If you expose yourself to news, to a lot of drama, to listening to people's gossip, to listen to people complaining about stuff all the time, and how horrible the world is right now, and how there is no money and there is no health and everybody's dying and we all gonna die, oh my god, then know this: you by allowing this in your space, you putting yourself in a state of dis-ease, and you, by doing that, you are on a road to a disease, right? Because this is what it is. The ease and flow only comes from high frequencies, right? From frequencies that are coherent, not even high, just, yeah, high, but from coherent and harmonious frequencies, which are derived, for example, from many tools that are out there, from natural instruments, right? I'm using tuning forks and singing bowls and koshi bells, chimes, right, in my practice. If you're interested in it and you want to try it, then come to me. But there are also people who are using tools and instruments like didgeridoo, you can't think of it, like tongue drum, right? Or any kind of natural beat that's got sounds that come from nature, right? They are going to make you feel calm. And when you expose yourself to such vibrations and such frequencies, your body is going to start repairing itself because it feels safe around such frequencies, because it feels natural, right? Because this is exactly how you felt when you were born: trusting, happy, loving, and at ease, right? Without tension. Babies are not scared all the time that they're gonna fall. They keep on trying to get up, right? In order to learn to walk, for example. They're not just like stopping themselves from walking, or just in case I fall on my bum. They don't care. They stand up 10 times and they just keep on trying and pursuing all the time, no matter what. And this is exactly how we are as well, but we are conditioned to be careful. And there is no reason why we should be, because we are not in danger. The only danger we have out there is actually ourselves and the things that we decide upon every day to expose ourselves towards, right? Too, because if you expose yourself to people that you know that they are making you feel drained and you're not doing anything about it, that's on you, not on them. If you are turning the TV on and yet again you are watching the news that are worrying you, and then you're just get irritated because of the politics or whatever is happening in the world, and you get worried and you just feel like sharing it with somebody else, first of all, don't do it because it's rude. And second of all, that's also you. Nobody else is turning the TV on for you. You can do hundreds and thousands of things instead of turning the TV on that are going to put you in a state of high frequency, right? You can expose yourself even to listening to something on your TV, and use this TV wisely, right? Use it on purpose so that you actually just derive something from it that is going to be beneficial for your health. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, all the best. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then obviously share it and like it for me. And if you feel like you want to try my new tools that I have in my sound healing studio and my massage studio, which I am using to help people to restore themselves from trauma, then by all means get in touch. Okay, it's info@dreamkasha.com. Love you guys. Bye.